The Walt Disney World Resort may be struggling at a time when they were supposed to be buzzing with all kinds of spring breakers. We hate to break it to you, but we have an exclusive and it's true. The wait times for Disney for the month of March, significantly off what they were in the years prior. And that's coming at a time when rides are fewer and fewer, so it should be driving those wait times higher and higher. Well, folks, get ready because we're going to give you the dire data that Disney likely knows that puts them in the throes of a vacation depression. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the place that gives you the truth with a capital T when it comes to all things entertainment and Disney. We're happy to have you here, and as we get ready to go near to delivering the truth and exclusive today, consider clicking the like button and we will get underway starting right now. All right, take a look at this. It is out of Thrill Data, and we've got some very interesting information when it comes to spring break and how Disney World is doing so far. And it may give us an indication as to why they are willing to discount for the spring and entire summer, children 50%, hotels by 35%, and drop the price of non-Magic Kingdom theme parks down under $100. Epic Universe is not yet open. Yet take a look at this. For the month of March, the average wait time is 37 minutes. And if you look at these little graphs here for each month, you might say, well, Pro, things are going up. Why would this be a problem? What's wrong? Well, let me show you. March of 2025, the average wait time is 37 minutes. Let's go back to March of 2024, where the wait time on average was 40 minutes. And let's go back, as Chris Berman would say, to March of 2023. Average wait time was 39 minutes. Well, what if we go on back to March of 2022? Average wait time was 46 minutes. Why does that matter? Well, ladies and gentlemen, because we believe that wait times are somewhat correlated to attendance. And we're almost at the very end of March. And this March is the least in terms of wait times of any March since 2021, which, by the way, 2020 and 2021, they don't really count. 2020, it was closed for obvious reasons. And in 21, the lines worked completely differently because they had just reopened and they had plexiglass and stand 6 feet away and all of that. If we were to go into pre-pandemic times, it's way worse. Now, you could say, but Pro. Think, rides have changed and they open Tiana's, right? Maybe that's sucking up all the wait times. And so maybe people are having a better time because they're not waiting in such long lines. To that, we go to WDW Passport. Animal Kingdom right now. Animal Kingdom, let's count the rides. Navi River Journey, 1. Kilimanjaro Safaris, 2. Yeah, I'm not counting a meet and greet below that. Kali River Rapids, 3. Expedition Everest, 4. Dinosaur, 5. And Avatar, 6. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 6 total rides at Animal Kingdom. There are 6 total rides at Animal Kingdom. You're paying hundreds of dollars for 6 rides. Now, that is far less rides than they had at this park years ago. And what that means is that naturally, wait times should go up because there are less rides. So if you have an equal number of people, but you have decreasing number of rides, then the wait time for the rides must go up. Additionally, Disney is also offering these get on anywhere, anytime kind of lightning lane offers, the premium pass, they call it, for their richest guests. That should cause the wait time to also go up for the poor plebes who could barely afford to get through the turnstiles. Yet that's not happening. Let's go to Epcot. I'll show you it's still the same. Epcot, we've got Spaceship Earth 1, Soarin' 2, The Seas with Nemo and Friends 3, Remy's Ratatouille 4, Mission Space, nobody's writing that, 5, we're not counting meet and greets, sorry, Living with the Land 6, Journey into Imagination with Figment, nobody's writing that, 7, Guardians of the Galaxy 8, Grand Fiesta Tour 9, and Frozen Ever After 10. 10 total rides at Epcot. You pay those hundreds of dollars to get in there for 10 total attractions. Now, my understanding is that in the theme park industry, the idea is that people have to ride at least 11 or 12 rides for them to even think they got their money's worth. Even if you say that the average guest is interested in every single ride in Epcot or Animal Kingdom, they can't do that. So
do you remember Pro, just real quickly, I hate to interrupt, but do you remember Pro when they were having the shills try to sell the idea that most people only ride 6 to 8 rides when they visit a theme park?
I remember them trying that. It's not true, but yes, I know. And we know why they were doing that.
Yeah.
But culture, the wait time should be going up, right? I mean, just
absolutely.
You decrease rides, wait time must go up, yet the opposite is happening. I think this is why they're freaking out behind the scenes.
Well, I think for Epcot specifically, Pro, they turned Epcot into a food court. It's a food court and a sample party, and they want you to drink booze because booze is expensive and it makes them money.
It's 200. Listen, it's a booze and dining party that has a $200 cover charge to get in.
Yep.
With a few internally, they can call it a theme park.
Yeah, and even the tapas plates are unsatisfying for the price you're paying. Who wants to pay $22 for a tapas plate sample of something you'd like to have a full meal of?
I'm not a tapas man.
Internally, that's how the company refers to Epcot, by the way, as like a dining and shopping park, basically. This is why, the front of it is named Celebration, because, they want to be this place where people, celebrate the festival, celebrate, get-togethers, anniversaries, all that, and go to those restaurants that are around World Showcase and do all that. This is why they've shifted focus there, and that's why they did the flex space like Communicore Hall in order to do that, which is super unfortunate. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, and they started to push back in 2013 year-over-year double-digit growth in revenue. It's driven all by those festivals. So the food revenue, I mean, they were not thrilled. When was this? 2018, 2019.
Walls went up.
Yeah, and then they really priced the food to just be exorbitantly high. They were anticipating a 13% growth in the food and beverage that year, even though there was nothing to do there.
This might surprise people, might shock them. I wish Disney World was doing well. I wish that they had announcements that made people happy, because I'm going to cover it one way or the other, just like we're going to cover Epic Universe. And I would have a heck of a lot better time making videos about something exciting they're doing that doesn't destroy something that people love. Now, I'm glad we have Derek on the panel with us, because Derek, you're not oft frequenting Disney World. And that's very handy, because Derek, what I need to know is it surprising to you at all when you look at this list of attractions at Animal Kingdom and you see, well, there are 6 total rides at a Disney park that charges you hundreds of dollars to get in. I mean, you take a family of 4, including taxes, this is going to get close to $1,000 for 6 rides. Is that surprising, Derek? I mean, did you know this before we start going into these kinds of details?
No. I've never been to Animal Kingdom, so this is all new information to me. Yeah, that's a lot of money for 4 rides, man, or 5 rides. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of money to be paying for that. Yeah, I would probably find something else to do. See, I tend to kind of vet my vacations out ahead of time to see, all right, am I going to get enough bang for my buck when I'm taking the family out somewhere? This would be one I would easily bypass based on the price point and the amount of attractions. You can go several places other than, Animal Kingdom and in my opinion, and get more for your money. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, according to Bob Iger, though, consumer demand is extremely high. In fact, he said this at the 2025 annual shareholders meeting. So consumer demand for our parks, resorts, products is extremely high, as is the value that we value, in fact, is tremendous, particularly when you compare with other forms of entertainment like sporting events and concerts. So with that in mind, we're also constantly considering and developing and implementing new ways to make the experience that we offer both more enjoyable, but of equal importance, more accessible. We provide several options for families looking to spend less, including our lowest park price ticket at Disneyland, not having changed since before the COVID pandemic. The thing about that is, on those tier 0 days at Disneyland, you ain't getting any of that entertainment. You ain't getting Fantasmic. You're not getting fireworks. You're not getting a whole host of things. And even when you do get those things for those higher price points, well, it pales in comparison to the previous entertainment offerings that you previously got, especially with like shows like Fantasmic, for example. We covered this on That Park Place earlier this morning. All that watercraft, all gone. The fireworks, I cut back on pyro considerably and so forth in order to increase operating income and decrease operating expenditures. So there you go. For Walt Disney World, I think a lot of people are saying, look, it's way too expensive right now. There are discounts in the future, apparently. And also, too, Epic Universe is out there. Why on earth would I plan my 10-year or once-in-a-lifetime vacation to Walt Disney World without Epic Universe having opened as well, so I can visit both places? I think a lot of people are making that adjustment right there. Disney just simply, if they kept up with the cadence of investment that they should have, I think a lot more people would be inclined to see Disney despite what Epic Universe was providing, but they didn't.
Well,
you know what's funny is that, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Culture.
No, please. Yeah, go.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, I used to go to Disneyland all the time, and just, you know, I had like the annual pass, you know, it was right in my backyard. So I used to go there like 2 or 3 times a week and took the kids. That was back when passes were like $150 for the year. You know, it's like the good old days. Now you can barely get in the park for that amount of money. But it seems like what you're just explaining, Vash, is that they've just been scaling back on a lot of the attractions. It's just not as much fun to, you know, there's not as much to do. They're, you know, we're not going to, you know, the fireworks, the pyrotechnics, we're going to kind of scale those back. And I used to love to see Fantasmic and the whole sky lit up at night. It was awesome. It was awesome. So, you know, when you start hearing things like, hey, Epic Universe is going to open up. Epic Universe is going to have Harry Potter. Epic Universe is going to have Super Mario. Epic Universe is going to have the Universal Monsters. It's like, yeah, that's stuff that I'm interested in. I mean, don't get me wrong. Disney is great, you know, characters from the past, but these are all brand new to a theme park, at least for me. I've never seen, you know, Super Mario Bros. Well, you know, Universal, of course, Harry Potter, like all of these things. How to Train Your Dragon, I think, is also going to be at Epic Universe. There's like a lot of brand new IP that's in these parks that people are more attracted to. You know, today's kids would be, in my opinion, more interested in that than some of the content that they have at Disney now. So it just seems like it's a no-brainer that Epic Universe is going to probably start dominating down in Orlando for years and years to come until Disney kind of refreshes everything, gets back to some, you know, good IP that people want to go and watch or want to be a part of. That seems to be a big issue right now. And yeah, they're going to, I'm interested to see where this all heads. I'm going to be keeping my eye on it because I do want to take a trip out to the Orlando area, and I'll probably be looking at Epic Universe for that.
I think that's how many people feel, and it may be why Disney's freaking out. If spring break crowds are less than they have been in the past, well, summer is in doubt with a new theme park as a competitor on the way. You know we must bid adieu for now, but folks, I encourage you, if you enjoyed this kind of video, well, we have plenty more and more on the way every single day. We do it for you. Check out the WDW Pro Channel and go click on videos. You can see the most recent ones and enjoy all the stuff we're talking about, and hopefully give us some feedback because we would love to cater what we're doing for you. You are the consumer. You are our valued guest. It's how entertainment companies once upon a time treated the people who bought their stuff, and we're still doing it here. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say goodbye, we always say this because we think you indeed are special and matter. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah.
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.